The best of Money Matters.
The Big Story from the Straits Times on Money FM 89.3.
Welcome to The Big Story. I'm Nadiah Koh. Losses from scams in Singapore reached a record 1.1 billion Singapore dollars last year, marking a 70.6% increase from the previous year. That's according to the Singapore Police Force. One of the most concerning trends has been the rise of investment scams, especially those involving cryptocurrency. In fact, crypto scams accounted for about 24% of total scam losses. That's a whopping jump from just 6.8% in 2023. Fraudsters are using platforms like WhatsApp and Telegram to impersonate financial institutions and promote fraudulent opportunities. Are fraudsters becoming more sophisticated? So what can investors do to protect themselves from falling victim to these scams? To find out more, joining us today is Eric Oh, Financial Services Manager at PhillipCapital. Hi Eric, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So to start, Eric, based on the findings from the Singapore Police Force, what do you think are the main reasons behind this sharp rise in investment scams, particularly those involving cryptocurrency?
The sharp rise in investment scams, particularly those involving cryptocurrency, can be attributed to a few key factors. Firstly, the growing popularity and perceived profitability of cryptocurrency have attracted not just investors, but also scammers. Many victims are lured by high returns in a short time, often without fully understanding the risk involved. Secondly, scammers have become increasingly sophisticated. They often impersonate legitimate financial institutions or use fake websites and social media profiles to build credibility. Some even go as far as creating fake investment platforms or group chats to simulate real investor communities. Thirdly, the decentralized and largely unregulated nature of cryptocurrency makes it harder for authorities to trace transactions or recover lost funds, making it an attractive tool for fraud.
I see. But Eric, why has cryptocurrency scams become such a significant problem over the past year?
Indeed, with the cost of living rising and 6-month T-bills cut-off yield at 2.73%, many investors looking for yield are lured by high returns from the crypto space. Hence, it provides a fertile ground for scammers to operate. Next, more and more people are investing in crypto, especially retail investors who may not fully understand the risk, making them easy targets. Another factor is crypto transactions are hard to trace and irreversible, making it easy for scammers to disappear with the funds. Another thing is the lack of regulation in some platforms means victims have little recourse when things go wrong. Last but not the least, market volatility and high-profile collapses like FTX in November 2022 have created fear and uncertainty that scammers exploit.
I see. So I'm taking a look at the findings right now, and the SPF mentioned that victims aged 30 to 49 suffered the most losses in cryptocurrency. So what is the biggest misconception people have about investment scams? Is it just young people who we assume are actually savvier? Are they also falling for scams?
I believe the scams are affecting everyone. It doesn't matter for the different type of age group, but what I can feel or say is that the direct access enables scammers to message victims. Now one-on-one, they create a false sense of trust and legitimacy. So this allows the scammer to use pressure tactics like limited time offers or exclusive tips to make victims make impulsive decisions without due diligence. Next, the anonymity and ease of impersonation. It's easy to create fake profiles with official sounding names, photos, or logos to appear credible. And the group chats also mimic real investors' communities. So victims are often added to group chats with fake fellow investors sharing success stories and testimonials. So in fact, one of my clients was added to one such group by Telegram, and luckily he reached out to me to ask for advice. I told him to exit the group and report it as scam. Luckily he did that and avoided being scammed. As such, always seek help from an experienced practitioner or trusted advisor when in doubt.
I see. So speaking of fake group chats, fake investors with obviously fake success stories, I believe some of us, well, personally myself, have also been in similar situations. You pick up your phone, you look at it, and suddenly you're in a group chat with people you don't know. Given the growing use of digital platforms, apps like WhatsApp and Telegram are obviously used by scammers to target potential victims. So, how can investors identify when they're being approached by scammers on these platforms, and what should they be wary of?
Well, that's a great question. First, you have to be aware of unsolicited messages from unknown party. Ask where they get your contact details. If they cannot provide, block the message. Be cautious of unexpected messages from strangers claiming to be financial advisor or offering investment opportunities, or even bank officers. The too good to be true promises. Watch out for guaranteed high returns with little or no risk. These are classic red flags. Then about how the company licensing or how the investment works. If they cannot give you a satisfactory answer, it's a red flag, and avoid clicking any links. Then always check if the person or entity is listed on the MAS financial institutions directory. If they're not under MAS approved list, it may be wise not to deal with them. Just to share, recently I got a call from a scammer yesterday.
Wow.
He's calling from a bank. So they are very professional. They sound local. They have a local number. And they asked me that a transaction was made around a few $1,000s with a firm. Then he asked me my name. He got my name and my contact number. But however, there are certain details that I find that it was weird and he shouldn't have, and he didn't have the accurate one. So I hang up the phone. So they are really very professional now for the scammers.
It seems that scammers are becoming more and more professional. They are also adapting to emerging financial trends and taking advantage of the hype around assets like cryptocurrency. Can you share some trends that scammers are using to exploit investors?
There are several trends that I observed. One of it, the lack of proper financial planning and prevalence of DIY investment, may have caused many of these victims to search for alternative investment schemes that seemingly promise high returns fast. And for many of my advisory clients who have a wealth accumulation plan in place, they are not enticed by such schemes where emotions of greed and fear are being exploited by the scammer. In my practice, we prefer slow, balanced, and steady approach when investing instead of chasing the current hype like the cryptocurrency. Next, the exclusive pre-IPO and private investment scams. So victims will be promised exclusive access to early stage investment deals which are often completely fabricated. Next will be the fake endorsement and influencers. The scammers use the doctor images or impersonate celebrities, financial influencers, or even use articles to gain credibility. And last, what you said, the current hype. So scammers will capitalize on what is the latest buzz. Maybe it could be crypto. Then they will start to promote all these type of information or fake tokens or trading platforms or mining schemes with promise of quick and massive returns.
I see. So, what are the key red flags to watch when an investor might be dealing with crypto-based opportunities?
Okay, the key red flags include the pressure to act quickly. So, the scammers will often create urgency, pushing victims to invest immediately or risk missing out. This is similar to the case that I got a call yesterday. Then the request for payment in crypto only. So the scammers prefer crypto due to its anonymity and difficult to trace and that makes it difficult for authorities to trace or recover once transfer. Then the fake websites or apps, you have to watch out for lookalike platforms with subtle spelling errors, odd URLs, or poorly designed interfaces. Lastly, the legitimate investment carry risks and promises of sure-win profits are a major red flag. So regardless of crypto or any investment, we must be vigilant. For instance, some time ago, my client approached me and shared with me an investment scheme which offered double-digit returns by investing in nickel. He asked me to look at it, which I did. Armed with my financial experience, it was too good to be true, and I told him to avoid it. True enough, it turned out to be the nickel investment scam known as the MB Global fraud case. Hence, by working with a trusted and credible practitioner with a licensed firm like PhillipCapital, we can help protect, manage, and grow your wealth for you, family, and friends.
Right. So potential investors have to remain vigilant when dealing with investment opportunities. But at the same time, financial institutions play a significant role in preventing scams. What specific measures can financial institutions like PhillipCapital take to protect investors from scams?
There are several measures PhillipCapital take. For example, In recent months, PhillipCapital has received reports of scammers impersonating its representatives, falsely claiming to offer investment opportunities. So when such incidents are flagged, they are immediately escalated to our internal scam alert committee for verification and follow-up. These scams, often involving impersonation of financial institutions, are part of a growing trend where fraudsters attempt to exploit trust in reputable firms to deceive investors. Secondly, we regularly conduct webinars, publish articles, and share efforts to educate clients on common scam tactics, red flags, and how to verify legitimate investment opportunities. Third, we also have a dedicated client support where we provide accessible, responsive customer service so clients can quickly report suspicious activity or verify communications. Last, we also aim to ensure all communication with clients takes place through verified and secure platforms, and proactively remind clients not to share sensitive information over unofficial channels.
Do you foresee stricter regulations or safety measures being implemented to protect investors from these rising scams?
Yes. In current context, I see tighter oversight on crypto platforms. Regulators like MAS are already working on frameworks to license and supervise digital asset providers more closely, focusing on safeguarding retail investors. Then we also see public education as a regulatory priority. Education campaigns will continue to be central, empowering investors to recognize red flags and protect themselves.
I see. And finally, Eric, before we let you go, what kind of changes or new regulations might investors expect in the near future to help protect them?
Investors can expect tighter licensing requirements, stricter safeguards for retail investors, and more transparency around the digital asset platforms. Secondly, the enhanced disclosure requirements. Investment products, especially high-risk ones, may be subject to clearer risk warnings, performance disclosures, and cooling off periods for investors. Third, there will be greater accountability for online platforms. Authorities may place more responsibility on tech and social media platforms to detect scam-related content and ads. Before I end, scams comes in different forms. Today is crypto or Telegram scams. Tomorrow it could be another hype or new trend, as mentioned. To avoid being scammed, have a long-term financial investment plan. Consider investing in assets you understand, and please work with a reputable and trusted advisor with a credible firm as we work together hand in hand to help protect and grow your investment. If you are interested to know more, please Google search Eric Wealth Advisory or email me at ohlh@phillip.com.sg.
Amazing. Thank you, Eric.
Yeah, once again, thank you for having me. Cheers.
Thank you. That was Eric O, Financial Services Manager at PhillipCapital. This has been The Big Story with me, Nadiah Koh.
To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.